What's going on? What's going on? Let me get into the chat. We've already got 30 comments. Welcome, everyone. Again, this is the first Fragrance Connoisseurs live video of 2025, and this will be the regular scheduled programming slot. We're going to at least try to do Mondays at 7 o'clock or 7:30, somewhere around there. But I will pre-announce it and send out all of the thumbnails and everything. And we're going to try to be pretty consistent in 2025 doing Monday nights. So we'll start going in the chat. Of course, Joel, my man, good evening. And scent of the day is Nishane Fan Your Flames. Nice one. My man, Sally with Sweetie I Oud. Nice, nice. We got Dakota. And scent of the day, scent of the night is Oud After Dark, Amarud. Some more is coming out with Amarud. I'm talking back and forth with Amarud, and we're going to do some great things looking actually to go to their office up in New York and getting some content with the Amarud house. Talk to them at Scent Explore. We've been going back and forth just trying to settle out and get times and everything together. But look for a lot more coming with Amarud shortly. The man, my boy Rock T, how you doing, sir? And going through Red Spence, Habib, how are you doing? We've got Mr. Percy, and going through, of course, Jims. What up, Jims? And it looks like that is pretty much everybody. I don't think I missed anybody. Stephen H. Senator Aylin. Man, Aylin is a nice fragrance. It is vaulted up to one of my top 5 vanillas, and rose, vanilla, oud. It's really nice one. Really, really nice one to have. And we got, they're coming out with new stuff. Amarud, and I got to see the new stuff that they are coming out with. So Virgin Leather is one of the elixirs that I got right when it was coming out on the market. Actually, I got it from Scent Explore. The brand just gifted that one to me. And also we got to try some of their new ones also, which also will be featured when I do the video with them. So we're looking for a lot of good stuff coming with that. Mr. Terrence Taylor, welcome, sir. The mayor, John C. How are you doing, sir? And looks like we are down to the bottom. So some of the things that we'll talk about and get into, if you saw the beginning, we actually got a discovery set from Nasaba. Now, I got this discovery set from the Dallas Scent Room, and this is basically a new house that we'll talk about. Did the video kind of up front to give you kind of an introduction on it. It is definitely going to be interesting. Oh, we got Black Bitcoin Key. Man, he is a winner of the all-inclusive Angel Share clone video that we did, and he won one of the fragrances, Royal Blend. Good to see you tonight, sir. So introducing the House of Nasaba, it is actually a niche house. I did put in some of the things in the chat, but I'm gonna see if I can go through and show the intro while it is rolling. So just to give you some information, Nasaba is a Geneva-based niche perfume house that emphasizes authenticity and sustainability in its creations. Their unique approach involves commissioning master perfumers to craft fragrances using the finest natural extracts sourced from specific regions worldwide. Each scent is designed to capture the essence of its origin, serving as an olfactory tribute to diverse landscapes and cultures. The brand is committed to environmental responsibility, offering clean fragrances composed of 90% natural and 80% organic ingredients, free from colors, stabilizers, and other additives. And their products are vegan, cruelty-free, and boast a low carbon footprint, aligning with conscious consumer values. Nasaba's collections include fragrances that are such as Berbera, Chaco, Sulawesi, Mali Nadu, Grand Ile, Provence, and Tierra Maya. For those interested in exploring their range, they offer Discovery Set, which I have, and we have samples of it for fragrances accompanied by blotters detailing the perfumer's inspirations, demonstrating a strong commitment to social impact. Nasaba allocates 5% of its sales to support sustainable agriculture projects in the regions from which they source their ingredients. This initiative underscores their dedication to ethical practices and community development. Nasaba officially launched in November 2022. Their inaugural retail presence was established in Paris. Subsequently, they expanded to London in April 2023. Despite being a relatively new entrant in the fragrance industry, Nasaba has rapidly gained recognition for its commitment to sustainability and authentic creative processes. Notably, in June 2023, the brand was honored with the Innovation Responsible Espoirs de la Perfumerie Award by the Fragrance Foundation, acknowledging their pioneering approach in the perfume sector. So that is the house that we are going to dive into tonight. And we're going to have some other things, but I will get started. Let me get back to the chat and make sure I haven't forgotten anybody. But I'm going to get started with my scent of the day, which is Thomas DeMonico Raw Gold. And this is an extrait de parfum. One of the finds that I found last year, one of my pickups for last year, and actually I'm glad to have it. I actually am going to feature it in my decant to full bottle. This was one that I got a decant of first, and then I bought a full bottle. This is basically a honey fragrance. Now, it is kind of a remake or a reformulation in extrait or flanker that you may say in an extrait de parfum version. And this one is really, really nice. It's that raw organic honey. It's not a honey tobacco or anything like that, not like a Naxos. It has an animalic bite to it, and it also has a powderiness. And it goes from a remake of what they did in 2020 when the house was first launched, and they did a raw gold that was in an Eau de Parfum concentration. And that one had a much more animalic bite, I am told, but it did have civet, and it had some other ingredients that gave it more of that animalic type tendency. This one basically takes ingredients and tries to replicate kind of some of the basic vibe of the original that is the EDP, but this is an extrait. And it uses different notes, but Thomas DeMonico is one that believes that note pyramids really don't define a fragrance, and that he can take different notes together and make a fragrance into something that you would not expect. And this is one of the ones that are like that. It has a good resinous Siam benzoin. It has tonka bean. It has patchouli and davana. And they take all of those together and give you a honey accord. And it's a really great honey fragrance. This was one of the pickups that I didn't have it basically enough with it to put it in my best pickups of 2024. But this one is definitely a good one. So that is my scent of the day, Thomas DeMonico Raw Gold. Sometime Nate the Great will be watching, because I wouldn't tell him what this was. I was gatekeeping it, at least from Nate at the time. But of course, I got to give it up to you guys. Surely he will be watching sooner or later, and he will see it. We've got some things coming up probably on the 1st of February. Nate and I are going to do a battle of sorts for masterpieces. I'm also supposed to set up a time to get a battle with suits together. So there's a lot that's coming up, and I do want to feature a lot of people on the channel. And I know I've reached out. I need to finalize something with BT Sense. I need to finalize something with CI Saint and Novice Nose, and I definitely want to get Sally and Demand and Tazo, and of course Suits back on as well. But there's a lot that I want to do, and I'm going to get time. I'm going to get Jim's on because he's a nut. Maybe I get Jim's and Jason on too. So we will get back to the chat, and then I will actually get into talking about Nasaba. So we have, let's see, John C's scent of the day is Kieran, New York City Sunday Brunch. Never heard of that one. Nice. I have to check that out. John C is the mayor, has a whole lot of fragrances. Had a nice time meeting him at Scent Explore. And we'll go, let's see, Joel. Joel says Nasaba, almost the same name as the two fragrances that I bought from the brand Naasia. Naasia. I'm hopefully I won't be the butcher tonight as well. But sounds good. It is a fairly new house and wanted to in 2025. And I always try to give you some different brands and some houses that maybe not everybody's talking about. Definitely want to continue that in 2025 and make sure everything's okay. Let's see. Okay, I think Stephen H. I think this is a different one as well. Scent of the day is Aylin as well. Nice. It looks like I went back. All right, let me start going down to the bottom. We got Terrence Sr., my man. What's up, Terrence Sr.? And you are here with Moudon. That Moudon I haven't seen anything about. I have to check that one out. Yeah, no, I saw that. All right, let's see. Yeah, and we got my man Yak Ma Kicks Griffey Jr. Not Kicks Jr. I know he says Charm with a bad baddie was on. My thing is gonna be Kicks Griffey Jr. now. But Scent of the Day is Hella Flora from Savoir Faire. I have to get some more Savoir Faire. Definitely, I only have one, but it is definitely on my list now and going in. So Mr. Joel has put in, yep, that is the link for it, and I will put it in the description later on, but we'll show you that's where the opening video came. And let's see, Mr. Jason Virtue, the Scent Father. Scent of the day is Roja Danger. Nice. I know Jason is the Roja man. And Sol Salgado, that's a favorite from Thomas DeMonico. I am actually looking to get more samples of Thomas DeMonico. It's not easily around. I think I got the sample from Lucky Scent, so it was a one of those daubers, but it was so good. And I poured the whole dauber out almost at once, but it was so good that I felt like I had to get it. And I have now looked up, we got MPG fragrance over on the IG side, and we got Esteban Aroma Dulce on the IG side too. And an MPG said he just picked up Fiesta Habana from Cherrigan because of my recommendation. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Small Flower had it on sale. Definitely. Cherrigan is a pretty good house, and they relaunched themselves under new management years later. They actually were around in the early 1900s. Really good. Stacy B. Dog joined. Welcome on IG. I am getting more and more fluent with now going back and forth with IG and YouTube. So it gives me a little work to do when I'm going down in the chat. But hey, it's great. It's great. Nate is going to come back to the channel. We definitely are going to do some things with that. And Cornell, what's good, sir? And the scent of the day is F. Le Parfum from Fragrance World. I've never smelled that one yet, but I have to get into that. Austin Aromas, welcome, sir. Scent of the Night, Frederick Mall, Musk Ravageur. Love it. That is a great one. Demand, yes, please, everybody, come on, hit that like button. Dakota, yep. good to see you, sir. And Esteban, looks like you came over from the IG side. Good, sir. Good to see you. And we are getting down to the bottom. And Mr. Collarborn, welcome, sir. Let's we got please we got moderators. Please let's make sure that we definitely, I understand there's a lot going on in the fragrance world. I really don't want my channel to be a part of all of the controversy. I really hope that we can get past all that. There are a lot of things that went on, and I really wasn't even going to talk about that. But there's a lot of things that have been going on with RXL and things like that, and going back and forth. And I was hoping that that kind of had subsided. But of course, when EQ did his live, it brought everything back up to the surface. I really think that RXL said things that should be taken on his merit and his own worth of what he said. There were people in the chat that didn't necessarily, which I don't believe, necessarily espouse the same rhetoric that RXL did. We got people, and I didn't mean to get into this, but we have people, especially everybody knows a lot of everybody. So we have people that are basically in everybody's lives. And sometimes people are watching different people's lives and they're not understanding what may be said later or what comes on. And so I hope that we can get beyond that and understand that being on somebody's live doesn't necessarily mean that you agree with everything they say. However, if you continue to associate with someone who is doing or espousing or publishing or promulgating negative rhetoric, it will be a sense that who you hang with is what you believe. So I hope that we can get past that. I hope that that really doesn't continue on, but I really would like, hopefully, for everybody to come together and we talk about fragrances. Enough of that. So we will continue down. Kind of lost Esteban Center today will be Diablique by Happy Land, violet, jasmine, sandalwood, dark fruits, rum, black pepper. Nice. Sounds nice. Quest, Air Fresh. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. And we are going down to the bottom. Cornell, Yaman Lal, been given a hard time. My 2 discovery sets bombed big time. But I went back to Breaking Bad, another run, and after maceration, it's better. Good, sir. I have not dipped into Yaman Lal yet. I want to try him out sometimes, but let's see how it all goes. Nesmic Fire is still trash, still selling. So Sally says you're trash, so I guess he gave it back. All right, please. I am asking, so I'm going down the chat. Please, let's not use the chat to go back and throw any type of animosities, I will say. Please, yes, thanks, Will. Please respect the platform. I haven't been involved in all of that. I try to stay out of it. And all I want to do is talk about fragrances. So let's try to do that. We are down to the bottom. And Well, now let me make sure I'm down to the bottom of Stacy B. Dog. Well, I went with a 2015 batch of Aventus. Man, 2015 batch of Aventus is really nice. So I definitely am jealous of that. I don't have a vintage batch of Aventus. I know the man does, but that's a nice one. 2015. I think 2016 is a good batch as well. The 2019 batch that I've been exposed to or had is not really all that good. All right, so we will jump into it and go through the Nasaba. So I told you a little bit about the house. It is a house that is known for sustainability, and what they do is they go into different regions, and then they pick some of the raw materials from that region, and they build a fragrance around the raw materials of the region. It's really cool. Like I said, this is the Discovery set. It comes with five different fragrances in there. Basically 2 mil or maybe 1.5 mil. I think it's 1.5 mil, but comes with 1.5 mil decants, and we will start with the first one. So the first one, and they have some pretty cool cards that come with it, where you can actually find out more about the house, and the fragrance has a QR code. And the first one that we will talk about is, hopefully getting in focus. Yep, Chaco. So Chaco is a tea fragrance that I really enjoy, and this one will be one that will be in my my collection sometime soon. Let me see if, man, where did I put? All right. Well, I do have some spot on my hands, but I don't know where I put. Somewhere I have some test strips, but we'll go on the hand right now. I didn't put anything on my hand. So Chaco is one that I liked from the beginning. I did, like I said, I got this set from Dollar Scent Room. Shout out to the Dollar Scent Room. I'm not affiliated with them, but if you're in Dallas, they have some really nice niche fragrances on in there. So good place to visit. Definitely, they let you spray till your heart's content. It's a great place to visit, and good to come and check out fragrances. They have a lot of niche fragrances, some niche houses that you haven't seen, like Nasaba, which I haven't seen anywhere else. So Chaco, the perfumer is Alexandra Monet, and this is a Eau de Parfum, and it is a tea fragrance. So this one is a unisex tea fragrance that is inspired by Paraguay's Chaco region, and it is a woody aromatic. This is a spring, summer. It's a warm weather scent, and this one goes around like mate tea, but from the region of Paraguay. This one features mate, petitgrain, and palo santo. So the mate and the tea, the black tea accord, really stands out from the beginning. It's a nice, clean, fresh, tea-centric scent that you will definitely get the tea vibe. It is not like Imagination. It's more herbal, more green. So it's not like Imagination. It's not like Oolong Cha. Oolong Cha's tea is a very distinctive tea flavor. So this is one that is a very nice wear. It's also Mrs. Charm City approved. She really liked this one. This one will be on the from decant to full bottle in 2025. It's going to be, by the time the warm weather hits. The only reason why I didn't buy it at the time was because it was cooler weather and I was buying other things. But that one is a very nice one. And if you like tea fragrances, I really think that you should get your hands on it. All right. I said, Mr. Clark, good to see you, sir. We got the Bishop. Good to see you, sir. We got T. Priester in the house. Good to see you as well. Much respect. Rock Boy, if you've been to Scent Room, it is nice. They have, not only do they have a nice setup, they've got a lot of good fragrances in the Dallas Scent Room. They also have a good, I don't know if you call them salespeople, fragrance people, whatever. Of course, I've talked to Vegas, Hannah, Kaylee. Those are the ones that I've talked to the most, and really good people, really know their fragrances, will help you out. All you have to do is kind of tell them what you're looking for, and they have a lot of good examples and things that you could experience, and they work with you. Like I said, another good thing about Dallas Scent Room, not affiliated, not getting anything, no kickbacks from it. Don't have a coupon code. But if you buy something, they usually will give you 1 or 2 decants for free, just added to it. And you can kind of choose, as long as it's something that they don't have a low supply on, they'll give you whatever you ask for. So really nice. So the first fragrance is Chaco. Again, the notes that are in there are mate, bergamot, and lemon on the top, petitgrain, the tea accord, and cardamom, which always is a spice that I really like. And this one is really nice. And then Palo Santo, which is a nice woody that only comes, I believe, from that region mainly. Then vetiver and cedar. So it's got a nice woods base. It's a really, really nice one. So go down and see if anybody, I guess the one thing, has anybody heard of the house? So I'm curious about that. But I see Esteban says his family's from Uruguay. Mate tea is very popular there. Nice. There's another one that we're going to talk about. So this is Paraguay. There's another one that's going to be featured in Central America with El Salvador and Guatemala. So that will be another one as well. So yes, everybody, please smash the like. I really appreciate it. The Durham Bull, the man, shouting out the man. Welcome, sir. And let's see, has anybody said, okay, there's a scent room here in LA. Sounds like the same. I think the scent room in LA is affiliated. So the scent room in LA is affiliated. I don't know if it's the same owner, but I do know the scent room in LA is affiliated. Yes, Reg. Cardamom seems to be my favorite note. Everything that usually has cardamom in it, for some reason or another, I do like it. And we are getting down. Good. Mr. Raucous Retread, good to see you, sir. Yes, the house is Nasaba. So we are going through the house of Nasaba, and I've gone through the first one, which is Chaco. And the next one, we'll see, that is on the list. This one, I got to find it, is Tierra Maya. Let's see. There it goes. Tierra Maya. So Tierra Maya, I'll spray it now. Tierra Maya is deals with, if it sprays, okay. This one, the perfumer. So the perfumer on the first one I said is Alexandra Monet. Tierra Maya is Ilias Armenides is the perfumer. He's done things such as for Gucci, Givenchy, Lancôme, and Yves Saint Laurent. So this is one. Tierra Maya is also one that is going to be featuring in Central America. So this one is featured in Central America, and Tierra Maya, if you look, it pays tribute to the harvesters of aromatics from Central America. It contains natural extracts of plants growing in this region, cardamom and Peru balsam. So there you go, cardamom again. This one is a really nice fragrance. Of course, it's got cardamom in it, so of course I'm going to like it. But it basically, cardamom really only comes, I believe, from Guatemala. So it celebrates that. Peru balsam and cardamom. Peru balsam resin can only be found in El Salvador. Cardamom is actually grown other places, but Peru balsam is only found in El Salvador. And Peru balsam is another note that they use to make amber accord. So this one is a very nice amber. It dries down to a very nice amber. The Peru balsam is very resinous, and it dries to a very nice amber accord. The cardamom is very aromatic and spicy, and it has a nice woods base. This one is really another one that is one of my favorites. This one came out in 2023, and the cardamom is cultivated across Guatemala, and it's known to offer it. So you can get cardamom in different places, but Guatemala is actually known to have the best cardamom that you can buy. So when you get into there, this one is a nice amber, and it goes through the cardamom. They have green pod extracts, and they have a cardamom essential oil. So they get two that is a great thing that you have with that. It also has cypress. It has two types of rose. It has damask rose or rose damascena, and it has rose centifolia. So centifolia. So rose centifolia is a particular type of rose, centi meaning 100. It is called the 100 bloom rose or the 100 petal rose, and it is also known as rose de mai. It is a very pungent rose that is known for the France province. The province of France is where it's really known from. It's a good pungent rose. So they have two types of rose in this one, and a nice spicy amber. This one is another one that I would say is going to be in my 2025 list. Just to give you the retail prices for most of these are right under $200. So I think these are like $195 for 100 mil, which, I mean, in the scheme of things for niche is not bad. So getting to it, going down to the, let's see if I can get in. So we've got not so famous YouTuber, Mr. Spence. Welcome, sir. And let's see. So, and then we got, it says they have the best coffee beans. Yep. Getting to know all these great things about fragrances truly amazes me. Yes, sir. I really appreciate that, Mr. Dakota. Yeah, and I'm trying to bring some new houses that people aren't just in the normal rotation of things. So now we'll get into going still with it. Shout out to Central America. Central America is heavily featured in this one. It was good. So definitely want to talk about that. We got, let's see, Mr. Robert Platinum, sir. Good to see you always. I don't have access to put the cigarettes in the chat, but Mr. Menthol 100s, good to see you. And we go down. You let your soul glow. I know that's your avatar. Good to see everybody. Let's see. Trying to go down. Mr. Collarborn, thank you, sir. Appreciate the super thanks. Then Mr. Suits and Sense. Good evening to you, sir. So we're going through the House of Nasaba just to get that. And hold on. There it goes. Mr. Jared Bishop, I appreciate it, sir. Yes, we've been monetized for almost a year now, but yes, sir. I definitely always appreciate the super chats, my guy. And I've definitely been supporting this when I see you as well. So we are down to the bottom. I'm going to go with the third. Let's see which one this one is. So this one is Province. So Province, let's get that into focus. Province, of course, is talking about the province of France. And we're going to have to get a little more real estate since I did not put my tester strips up here. So Province, the perfumer, is Sebastian Cresp, and he's worked with houses such as K. Ali, Natura, Oriflame, Bath and Body Works, and Victoria's Secrets. So that may be one of the reasons why Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secrets smell so good. But here we are going to spray. All right, these, I guess you have to actually pump those out. All right, this one is herbal and green. So when you look at Province, this one is herbal, green, kind of fougères. It has kind of like a lavender type, and I guess the picture has lavender. I have not sprayed this one on skin before, and I don't even think I've sprayed this one on a tester strip. But I do kind of get herbal green, almost kind of like a modern fougère type twist. And this one is pretty nice too. It's more of a classic to me because it reminds me of kind of a fougère. And let's see. Yeah, so this one, what it says, and I said the herbal and green, it talks about spearmint oil, coriander seeds, lavender, clary sage, and lavandin. So it has two types, basically. Lavandin is a type of lavender. It is basically the flower is a different type, species. It grows to a different height, and it has a slightly different nuance to it. So it does not smell like normal lavender, but it is something also that is known to be in the province of France. So this one is taking you to those different nuances of that. And it also in the base has hyssop, sandalwood, and cedarwood. Really nice. Like to me, it's kind of in that fougère type style. It's a more of a herbal, more of a green fragrance. I would say this would be a warm weather fragrance as well. So the third one is Province. For people that just joined, welcome, Mr. Trill. I see you on the IG side, sir. Welcome, welcome, Kipsy Haven. Welcome. And Tu Wo Langley. Welcome, sir. Maiden Bid joined as well. Welcome on the IG side. Welcome to the channel. We're going through the House of Nasaba, and we have gone through, this is a house that focuses on sustainability and actually getting different raw materials from different parts of the world, and they base a fragrance around those raw materials. The three that we've talked to about is Chaco, which is a tea fragrance. So give you kind of like a recap if it ever focuses. It doesn't. There it goes. So Chaco is a tea fragrance that deals with mate. We've got Tierra Maya, and hopefully that will focus a little quicker. And that is a woody amber. It has Peru balsam in it. That deals with Tierra Maya is Central America. It's El Salvador and Guatemala are the two countries that they focus on. Chaco is Paraguay. And then we've got Province, which is the third one, which is focused on the province of France. So all of their fragrances, they're going to get you some of the raw materials. They are sustainable. They use 80 to 90% naturals in their fragrances. So it's a really nice fragrances that. Let's go to the third one. There's 5 that I want to talk about. And the next one that we have is Grand Ile. So Grand Ile is the French term of what they call for Madagascar. And it's the Grand Island of Madagascar. So we're gonna spray this one. There are Madagascar is known as the island of spices. And so this will be definitely a spice bomb. Let's let that kind of work out for a second. Mr. Jarvis Fragrance, good evening on the IG side. And we'll start going down and seeing where I was in the chat. Yes. So I'm getting into, I think this is where no, I didn't. So yeah, Sections, they sound so beautiful, don't you agree? That boy good. And we got Mr. Esser, welcome. And let's get to where we need to go. What up, everybody driving currently? Jims is driving. Can you smell the spearmint? Yeah, so on Province, I can definitely smell the spearmint. It is definitely green, and that is one of the things that you smell. I put it like in the fougere type because of the lavender, and then, but you definitely smell the spearmint. It is a very green and green scent to me. That's herbal. That's why I said it's herbal. It's a spearmint that I was smelling that was herbal. Hidden gems, not definitely be safe while you're driving. And definitely, Spence, definitely glad that everything worked out. I know I was checking in with you every once in a while when the fires, hopefully everything is all controlled. I haven't heard as much about it on the news as much, but yeah, I'm glad that you were good. And every time I checked in, you basically said everything was good, even though you were only 3 miles out of the area of where the fires were. You were 3 miles from the evacuation zone. Definitely glad that you got spared from that. That would have been a heartbreak. Yep. It definitely, they do have lavender in it for that one. And we got Old Country Boy. Welcome, sir. Yes, please smash that like button, everybody. And I think I'm getting down to the bottom. Because, yeah, we're talking about it. Yep. So, getting to Grand Isle, it is spicy. And the first thing that comes off to me is a clove spice, which reminds me of another fragrance that I just got in, and that is Desert Oud from Habibi, New York. This one was a gift from my wife. I haven't opened it yet, but I have tested it already. Before I tested it at Scent Explore. That's another clove one, and maybe I will talk about that tonight as well. But I have a couple other ones that I want to talk about after we go through these. So I do get Grand Isle. I do get clove. So I think I get clove. Let me look at what the things are. So the spices that are known for this area, looking it up now, are black and pink pepper, vanilla, and cloves. You can definitely smell the clove. You can smell the sweetness of vanilla. So this one it's a woody spicy. And I would say this is more of a fall winter. Of course, you can wear your fragrances anytime you want. But this one is another one that is a nice fragrance. It's more earthy. It's not herbal, but it is more earthy with the clove. And let's look into the notes: black pepper, pink pepper, vanilla bourbon, cedarwood, patchouli, and gaiac wood, and the clove. So that is why it's an earthy patchouli. So that's where you get the earthiness from, or that's where I get the earthiness from. So this one is another good one. I like that one a lot. And we'll go to the introduction as we go into the introduction of it. The last one that we have from the Saba is Sualesi. And where are we going to? I'm going to put this on my inner wrist. Sualesi. After you prime it, the atomizers aren't bad. Wow. Okay. So the perfumer for Sualesi is Nicholas Bonneville, and he worked with Aqua de Palma, Givenchy, Alphanescence, and Joe Malone. And we're going to let this kind of calm down for a second as I go through the chat again. I guess there's a 1995 at Burlington, so there's something. You can get a Rack Tour fine. Let's see. The Durham Bull can't do clothes for some reason. Comes off strong in my skin. It depends on how it's mixed in. Sometimes if the clove is overly heavy, it does get kind of overwhelming. But the clove on this one is it's not bad, but it does have an earthy patchouli in it as well. So that is something that you'd have to look for too. So let's see on the IG side. KB, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Welcome, welcome. And so this one is woody. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is coming off that. It's aromatic, um, but I get a lot of woods. Some greenness. I would definitely say out of the five, this would be the one that wasn't the one that kind of blew me away from the beginning. I'll have to spend some more time with that one. With this one, it is very earthy too, but this one, the earthiness is really pungent on this one. A lot more pungent than on the Grand Ale, the Madagascar one. Let's look in the notes. So it says Sulawesi is the main origin of the iconic patchouli from Indonesia. I I was thinking that it's kind of a woody oud type fragrance, but it does have a wood oud type thing. Let me see if that is what it talks about. So Indonesian, of course, there's Indonesian oud, but looking it up, it says originating from the forests of Indonesia, this perfume is a multi-sensorial mix of earth, woods, and spices that has a distinctive accord with its own signature. I would definitely say it's distinctive. Woody aromatic, has Indonesian nutmeg, juniper berries, which I'm not exactly sure if I pick up the juniper berries at all. Benzoin absolute from Sumatra, Indonesian clove leaf and buds. But this isn't the kind of spicy clove. This is an herbal green clove. And Indonesian patchouli, cedars, vetiver, and ambrox, which is a form of ambroxan. It's not my favorite one, but it is one that is in the set. I will spend some more time with that. All of these basically are ones that this is. I sprayed them while I was at the scent room, a couple of them. That one I don't believe I sprayed, but this is one that I will revisit, and definitely the ones that I get full bottles of, I will talk about those. So let me get into the chat really quickly. And we got Mr. Wrestler on the IG side and Jules on the IG side. Welcome as well. Let's see. So we got Robert Platinum loves the clove note. And then we got a shout out to Jurjoff. And we got Creed Viking is strong. And here, yeah, when the clove note dies down. Sally joined on the IG side too, getting some IG love. Never heard of Pico, but Alexandria is a beast. Yeah, no, Pico Vial is great too. Actually, Nate the Great gave me Pico Vial Dama for Christmas. I would definitely recommend that, and I know Sally definitely recommends that. So Sally is Pico Vial's mascot because he loves Pico Vial Dama. It's a great fragrance though. Let's see with what he said. Not to change the subject, but I just noticed Mason Francis Kirkon just released Bois Talisman with Dior. Looks enticing. I will have to look at. Yeah, I haven't checked that out. I do have some new ones coming on the way, but yeah, I would have to look at that. I haven't seen that yet. Um, welcome, Miss Jules, coming over to YouTube. So I wanted to just real quick. We're hour in, but I did get some things during the Christmas time, and um, one that I did get was from Kai Fragrances, the rebirth of Slick. I think that the light is doing that one. And Brown Skin from Kai Fragrances as well. They had a sale, which was really a nice sale. You got half off. I got both of these for $35 a piece. I couldn't actually pass that up. I don't know. I guess I do have some more skin, and I just wanted to go through these really quickly. Actually, I sprayed once the rebirth of Slick, and I actually like it. I think it's really nice. I'm gonna spray this on my inner elbow. It's got a pretty nice atomizer too. Yeah. So wow, it is a little, I would say, animalic in the opening, slightly, but yeah, definitely cool like that. That was the reason why I had to get it. Rebirth of Slick, Cool Like That was one of my favorite hip hop songs back in the early to mid '90s, and Rebirth of Slick is really nice. Actually, it's got a lot of fruity tones to it. I'm not exactly sure what is giving kind of an animalic quality to it, but it does have that kind of feel. But mostly it's a dark fruit, and I will have to check that out. But this one is one that I'm glad I have. It'll be interesting to see. I will make it my sin of the day and go through it. But I like this. I like this opening. I'm gonna have to look up the notes on this because I haven't even. I don't know. Where I guess I'll have to go to Kai Fragrances where you get the notes from. But oh, Mr. Clark, you got the same two bottles. Yeah, those were, I mean, you couldn't beat it. $35 for that, you couldn't beat it. So I've looked it up. Wow, I like this one a lot. Yeah, Diggable Planets was that was my jam back in the day. It says nectarine, dried plum. I can definitely see the dark fruit, raspberry, incense, tobacco, and musk. I don't know what is giving it kind of a slightly animalic tinge to it. To me, it seems like almost like civet. It has like a civet in the mix, but it's not horrible. It's not bad. It's not something that I can't. I have other fragrances that have civet in it, and I don't mind it. So I don't mind this at all. And I think in the air, if you don't have it right up to your nose and after it dries down, I think that this one would really be nice. I really like this one. I really like this one. So that and for $35, I'd be curious to see what the longevity and everything of that is. But that one is pretty nice. Yeah, Sally, the house, that one, who was it? I think I was on a Kicks Live. So I was on a Kicks Live, and he talked about that there's someone in his chat when Kicks was on a no buy, or he wasn't buying anymore for the end of the year, talked about there was a sale for Kai fragrances. And I've never heard of Kai fragrances before. So I went on and looked, and the sale was basically, I think it was half off, but it was $35 a bottle. So I ordered 2. And never heard of them. Just I've heard people talk about them briefly, but wasn't really in tune with the house. So I felt $35 wasn't too bad. So that one was really cool. I think that's a good find. I really like that one. That's nice. So if anybody's wondering, if you want Rebirth of Slick or you want to know about Kai fragrances, it really doesn't tell a house, but the atomizer is pretty good. It's a nice bottle. It doesn't have the house name. It's got the name of the fragrance on it. But as my man Kix would say, this is Charm City approved. I think this one is a good one. I'm going to round this out with Brown Skin, and I have no knowledge of this one at all either. So we will see what they say about this one as well. So put it on the inside of my elbow right here. As you can see, needed to be primed. I haven't even sprayed this one before. Wow, this one is spicy. Or at least maybe I should have waited a little longer before I brought it up to my nose. So I don't know what the spice is in that, but there's something that has attacked my nose in it. It is kind of spicy, but it's also kind of powdery. Oh, Mr. Kevin B. Peace. Kev, nice to see you in here. I didn't know I missed you, but nice. Yeah, Sally, I definitely could not argue about it. The prices, I mean, $35 for a bottle, and those are pretty nice bottles. Good atomizers. And Esteban, see you as well. I know we got a football game, and I won't be staying on that much longer as well. Let's see what notes they have in this one. Musk, iris, rose, violet, vanilla absolute, tonka bean, truffle, benzoin, and amber. Now I thought this was woody. I can now I know that spiciness that I was thinking about is probably truffle. I just never would have thought of truffle, but got it. Nate the Great, look at that. My son is in the chat. Welcome, sir. I told him that February 1st is going to be our battle. Mr. C.I. Saint, welcome, sir. I am working on hopefully by this weekend, I'll have the niche and designer for every season. So I will have to spend more time with Brown Skin. It's got a kind of sweet spiciness. It's pretty nice. It's got an ambery tone, and I'll see how it is for the amber. I don't like this one as much as the Rebirth of Slick. It's not as but I don't think this is a bad fragrance either. I will definitely spend some more time with it. It will be in my scent of the day coming up. So just for everybody who came in, the house is Nasaba. That was what we went on. The scent of the day was Rose Gold by Thomas DeMonico. And then we also did some first impressions of Brown Skin and Rebirth of Slick. So that is going to be the show for the day. I hope that everyone enjoyed it. I hope that you got to see a house that I don't see anybody who's talked about that, at least what I've seen. Now, of course, everybody's on YouTube and I might have missed it, but I think that is a house that is a new house that I tried to bring out. You can check them out at the website. Later on, I will have the website. It is in the chat, so you can look it up. I think Joel put it in the chat, but I'll also put it in the description later on. But I really appreciate everybody coming out. Like I said, we're going to do a lot more discoveries. We're going to go through a lot of different fragrances from niche houses, and we're going to set up some lives to even talk about some clones. We're going to talk about some designers as well, just with some people who have the affiliation with that, as far as like BT Sense. I know he's Mr. Alexandria, Montage, the Grandeur Elite, and things like that. That he goes through those things, Martine. But hopefully, we're looking to get more content out. We're looking to give more from the Fragrance Connoisseurs. So I hope that everyone enjoyed the show. I hope you definitely enjoy your evening. I guess I know Jim's is looking for Ohio State to do some things, and we will be out. Till the next time. Peace.